Hi, this is BB. Um, I'm trying a new thing now to get these little ones that they come like three in a pack. They're supposed to instead of having this one that really it feels a little uncomfortable, but I think it's helping a little bit. I'm not sure. It feels a little painful, like right here, but I think it's helping to keep most of what it is outside, and it without being too obvious, like having this mask on all the time, like I'm cooking some kind of heroin or whatever, in the house. Anyway, um, I had a few outbursts today because I was, of course, she's always provoking me. The female is always provoking me. Yes, and I've just about had it, and it's getting to the point where I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it because it's like, see, my eyes are starting to get those dark circles again. Because I find that I'm talking in my sleep a lot again. I don't know what's happening or what. I don't know if what they're making me, if she can make me say in my sleep or what. I don't know. I don't know. Like I said one day, as the lady who lived above me, it's a two-story house. She said she heard me. I was having an outburst. She calls it an episode. People who think you have a mental problem, this is what they do. This is how they address us in that sense. But then she said it sounded like I'm hitting something, like I've been banging. No, I have not. No, see? Nope. Nope. They might be dry, but no, I'm not that kind of crazy. No. Now, where she heard banging from, I don't know. See, I believe that they have like microphones or whatever, or things that it may be. How am I hearing her? How do you hear yours? I don't know. I don't know how it works. I can hear her, but somebody standing next to me may not be hearing her. So obviously it's not coming out of my phone. It's coming out to me directly. Now how am I different from the person next to me? What's different about me that I can hear it and they can't hear it? There's got to be something either inside me or something on me that's making me hear them. Since we can rule out a psychic connection being this strong, there are psychics, but this strong, I don't think so. No. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. And I'm auditory, what, for this one person? No, I don't think so. So, I can hear her. I can talk to her. Obviously, she's hearing me. But if a person like sitting right next to me in a car, they can't hear her. So the voice is not coming out through my phone, like the speaker. Unless it's coming out at a frequency only I can hear. Whatever is either on me or inside me, I've ingested, is picking it up at whatever frequency they're giving off. I guess it's like 102.5 FM, then 103.7 FM, 101.2 FM, 102.5 FM, 102.3 FM. This is how it works. I guess it's a radio frequency, right? I'm not sure how it all comes together. So with that being said, it's like she probably hears one thing, which means, I hate to say it, if she is hearing that and I didn't hear it, well then they have to have given sprayed something in her house, or somehow, I don't know. This is where I don't know. I know I'm not responsible for their actions, but I don't know what to do. Police don't believe me. Nobody's believing me. Nobody, people get angry at me. I don't even know what to do to help myself. What am I supposed to do? Go live under a bridge? I don't know. What am I supposed to do? Nobody believes me. It seems like the one ally I had, seems like that's rapidly evaporating too. That's going to prove to be like a dead end at this point. It's not going to help. And I knew this was going to happen because of how long this has been happening. But that's the thing. I've been also asking this person for help for a long time. I've also been asking them for help for a long time. But they're telling me, they're probably feeling that the longer it takes, it cannot be the same group of people doing this, the same person doing this. And I'm telling them yes. I'm telling them yes. Again, it's not a one-size-fits-all is happening in this whole gang stalking, TI, targeted individual, perpetrator. It's not. There's different stages, different kind of people being targeted for different reasons. It's not one size fits all. I do believe this is a very wide umbrella that gets very little attention and very little justice from any type of law enforcement. Criminals are hiding behind this. They are using this modality, this Havana syndrome, that can eventually cause death. It may take a longer to get rid of their victims, but it's doable. Because in the meanwhile, the victim is always on the outs. They're not really thriving. Most of them, some of them do thrive. Some of them do thrive. But most of them don't thrive, like me. And they're always on the down and outs. They're busy trying to get back up from being knocked down several times on a day, maybe sometimes. Especially if you live alone. Usually when you have someone else, it's get back up. Because the risk that they can take with a single person like me, with a spritzing and a spraying, they're not going to try it with a household of people. With 2 or more people, they're not going to get away with it. Because if you have 1 or more people and they're both smelling a chlorine or the bleach or the vinegar or the gas, the police are more apt to take it seriously. You will find that most of us who are being targeted, we live alone. I would say about 80% of us, or at least 50, more than 50% of us, we live alone. We live alone. They know who to come after. They know the ones. They pick them out. I don't know what's criteria, what's the checklist, but they pick them out. I don't know what's the checklist, what they use. Like, check, are they alone, have money, close to family, good relationships, lots of friends, party, go out, what? I don't know. I don't know what the checklist, if there's like a general handbook they have, or if they're coming up with their own checklists as they go along. I don't know. Like I said though, for different sets, different sects of people. Like, take for example Christendom. There's Baptists, there's Nazarenes, there's Presbyterians, there's Episcopalians. It's the same thing, but they're all considered Christendom or Christians. They all believe in the Trinity, and they're all worshiping at the same altar, basically just giving themselves a different brand name, and they change up some of their modalities. a little bit. But at the end of the day, as they say, all roads leads to Damascus. So what's happening here is the same thing with these people. Some people are being targeted, activists, people who are outspoken, against the police brutality, whether driving while black, driving, people who are being targeted for whatever reason. People who speak out, they do get targeted. But and then you have these people who have been incarcerated for whatever reason, the usual suspects, and they probably are saying, well, they're being harassed too. And then you have, there's different, and then they're not getting a lot of justice either, right? And you notice you have these bunch of criminals here, and they're noticing that. So they're going to go around and go follow the same modality. Now, these are big time criminals, though. These are the thing is, you have to look at what they're doing. These are not pickpockets. They're not just pilfering a couple of $100 here or pilfering a couple of $100 there. These are big time criminals. These are criminals who are stealing lots of money. And whatever they're doing, one thing is prevalent. There will be hacking. That you always look for that. There will be hacking. Because they will always need to know what law enforcement is thinking, what they're planning to do, when they're coming, what they're thinking about them. If they're ever going to show up on their radar, they need to know so they can be 50,000 steps ahead of them. Because this is how they roll. They want to be in complete control. They have to control every single aspect. Every single aspect. Because of course they're criminals. They can't take life as it comes. Like me and you. We get knocked down, we get up, we get on with our lives. Jail is not on the horizon for us. Jail is on the horizon for them. At any given time, their paper palace, mache palace, can come crumbling down. So they have to be like 50,000 steps ahead of the law. They have to know who's telling who what, who is gumming what. Like with me, and those stamps, if they're really worth millions of dollars, as I'm thinking, they want to know, whoever family member helped them, when am I going to speak to the family? What are they going to tell me? What am I going to do? Who am I going to go to? How are they going to react? What steps are they going to take? Are they going to believe me? What is the family going to do? These are all questions. What do you think? They want us to get to spending and establish themselves as multimillionaires. They don't want to have to worry about all this crap. What do you think they're going to do? What am I to them at this point? What's the H word? Just a fucking hindrance. A hindrance to what they consider their wealth now. Because in their mind, that's theirs. It's their wealth. They stole it, it's theirs. They stole it, it's theirs. That's what they believe. The law says different, but if they believe it, then it must be true. Doesn't mean it is true, but if they believe it, it must be true. But anyway, they need to know everything. So my link to them is the family, they're over here. They're over here. I'm the one in the middle. I was their neighbor, right? So here I am. I'm the only link now between the two, right? Because I know I grew up with the stamps. The stamps are my inheritance from my grandma. They're right there. So I'm the link. Now, if I'm not there, I'm dead, all connection is broken and they're free. So basically, I'm completely expendable to them. They don't really care. I'm like 110% expendable to them. Their biggest pet peeve is I'm not dead yet. Like, what in the hell is taking it so long? I mean, you can feel their pain and anguish, can't you? I can. I can feel her pain and anguish. She just don't get it. She don't get it. She has quite the dilemma. She's like Nelly, she's got a dilemma. He had a dilemma too. She's got a bigger one. He's got a dilemma. She's got a dilemma. She's got a dilemma. She's got a big dilemma. The boyfriend also, he has a big dilemma. Well, whatever it is, it is. I don't want to die for something they already stole. I just think that's like, for the first to do this to me is like adding insult to injury. They already stole it. Why do they have to do this? Is it somebody is looking, the person who helped them to get it is always looking to see, well, what's happening? Maybe they're shortchanging the person who helped them to steal it. Maybe they promised him or her, I don't know, $10 and they're only giving them $4. I don't know. Or maybe they gave them the $10 and now they want more. I don't know. I have no idea what their pet peeve is with the person who helped them to steal it. Who because it was in a different country. Somebody had to help them steal it. But anyway, like I said, there's different modalities to this. And criminals, being the blessed people they are finding more and more creative ways to get to us. And they're hiding behind this wide umbrella where so little action is being taken by the police to help people who are complaining. So little action being taken. It's easy to hide behind this umbrella. Look here on YouTube, how many of you have been taken seriously? Most of you believe that this is a live broadcast, that people are just messing with you. Not every case is like that. If some of them are like that, or even most of them are like, or is because of that, there's a handful that isn't. There's a handful of where people are actually being robbed on massive scales, and the criminals are hiding under this umbrella, hoping that it just gets swept under the rug. And most of them are using the symptoms of this Havana syndrome to kill people, where the symptoms are hard to pinpoint because they're just messing with your organs, and it all seems unnatural, synonymous with drug use, synonymous with alcohol abuse. And then you have us talking to ourselves that is schizophrenia or some type of mental disease, which is also paranoia caused by heavy drug use or alcohol use. You see how one thing leads to another with this. You go telling them we're hearing sounds or we're hearing a voice, they say you're schizophrenic. The police departments need to start being trained on Havana syndrome. They need to have us training every freaking police department in the US should start training them on Havana syndrome. They need to start taking this seriously. Otherwise, you see, when you see this hits and they have no fucking training, it's going to be really bad, and people are going to start dropping like flies. And they're going to have all the fucking same symptoms. I mean, they can't tell me that they're not seeing the patterns already. They have to. They have to start seeing the patterns already. They have to. They have to. I don't understand this. People are going to start dropping like flies. This is going to make, to me, this is going to make this pandemic look like child's play. It's going to make it look like child's play. That's going to be a bigger pandemic at some point. Because that's human greed. That's called human greed. A lot of them are hiding behind this too. Because we're not congregating, we're not getting together and talking. A lot of people are just phoning it in or mailing it in. Not even talking on the phone anymore. It's like you're going to catch the COVID over the phone. You can talk. One would think they would have more people talking on the phone. More remote jobs open. I would think, just a thought. But I believe that every police department should be trained on Havana syndrome. It should.